Hey everybody, it is Lauren deLisa Coleman, and I am back with you for another great interview during our Inside series here at Filmio. I have with me another duo. I've been doing like duos all day. We've got double like filmmaking energy. This is exciting. The name of the film is A Place in the Field, and I have with me Nicole Mejia, who is, let me make sure I get it, like director, but also co-producer, and then her partner in crime, Don DiPetta, who is the lead in the film, as well as the writer and Nicole's co-producer. So you guys wearing many hats, but like did an amazing, amazing job. Thank you for joining us. Let's start as we always do. Could you give me a synopsis of A Place in the Field?
Yeah, A Place in the Field is about our lead character, Gio, who is kind of has suffered from a lot of PTSD and is stuck in his own world, trying to alienate himself from everyone, including his girlfriend, Jess. But then he gets a letter and ashes from his best friend from the war. They're both Army veterans, who says, "Can you please go out on this road trip that we were going to take together and distribute my ashes and just kind of let me go?" And so Gio goes on the road trip. Along the way, he encounters a bunch of people that, help him get towards his healing.
So thank you so much for that. I think it's a great way to be able to, make it succinct. Tell me, I guess, first, how you guys both came to this story.
Yeah, sure. I think it started at the beginning of the pandemic. I think a lot of things shut down. And I turned to her one day. I had been kicking around an idea of a short film with some of the other writers that are on the project. And it wasn't really working. And I told her, I was like, I think this is a feature. I think this is a bigger story. And just hunkered down and started writing and turning in pages to her, hoping that she would direct it and she would give notes every single day. And then when we had a fully like fleshed out feature, I think in about 2 months, 2.5 months, we just decided, everything was down and we're going to go for this. And so we started calling friends, pulling favors, and we were on the road July 2020 off making
That was really, really quick. Tell me a little bit about your background, I guess, in terms of how that played a part in you being able to bring this together, and especially so quickly.
About her background. So we've been partners for, at the time, about 5 or 6 years. And then so we are always collaborating and just doing things. I was at AFI, at the American Film Institute, getting my directing degree. School shut down, and I was like, I have to make movies to keep learning and growing. So I was really excited to do something. It was very scary, but yeah, he just pitched me the story, and I was like, look, it would be, as a director, it would be my feature directorial debut. So if the story's not up to par, I can't
right.
do it.
And at the time it wasn't, but I think with her help and really like a female lens, I think it made the film what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I brought Kadri, the cinematographer, on, and we all gave notes, and we were like, we wanted the female character to be more grounded and something that we hadn't seen before, or not like the typical thing. Like the original story, she was pregnant with Gio's baby, and he left, and I was like, no, that's not gonna work. So
Probably doesn't work.
Well, I mean, I think for your directorial debut, I mean, it's really, I mean, remarkable. And then now it's in the film festival. And so, what was that experience like? Because am I right to assume that you both? You said you're in a relationship, correct? And then you collaborated on this as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, which I always am just like bowing down to like my duos who I talk to who do that, because both take a lot of effort and energy, and then you put them together, and I just find it like amazing that you don't kill each other. What is your?
We do kill each other.
Then you just come back, hit the like kind of clean up the wounds, right, and then just keep it moving.
We've gotten a lot better over the years, and I think as we've progressed in our relationship, our roles kind of become more clearly defined. I mean, she is out front and center as director, and ultimately, like, whenever we have projects together, as a writer and as a producer, like, it's my job to kind of serve whatever her vision is. And I think we cultivate something really well together. we write together. I'll bounce ideas off her. I'll turn in pages. She'll send me back ideas, and it seems to really work. I think because we have the language of each other and we know each other so well, like we're in each other's brains, and like I can kind of visually pick up on things that she wants to do. And I think it makes for a really nice working relationship
I think that's just so great. And especially, like I said, first time out. I mean, this is just like unbelievable. So tell me though, I mean, I'm sure there were many hurdles to overcome. What were some of the key ones, and like how did you make it work?
Money.
Logistic wise, right? Just really the nuts and bolts of like filmmaking.
So, just out the gate, finding all the resources with little funds. Fortunately, we had a lot of people donate things to us, which was really great. But then the story, it was, the script was written, but it's still, we didn't have locations preset. We went on the road trip as a crew with our small crew. We picked up, got an RV and our U-Haul van and a car, and we all drove together. And so along the way, we would make stops, and we would stop in places that we thought were interesting. And our locations were Airbnbs, and so we didn't know what we were going to shoot until we got there and we saw the location, and Khorri and I then broke down the scenes. The horse scene, the horse therapy scene with Yost, we just went to his ranch and he gave me first a horse therapy session the day before. And so from then I took from that experience, and then we infused it into shooting the scene the next day. So like everything was really improvised on this film, which was good and bad, because good, I think, for all of us to be on our toes all the time. But then in the edit, it was finding the movie. Yeah. We had shot so many things in so many places. And then we initially, I don't want to give the story away, but initially the character that has passed, he was always dead. And so I don't want to say too much, but we found that in the edit. And we were challenged by my professors, who I give the edits to, and that they would challenge me and like, how can you be ahead of the audience? So that was the biggest challenge, I think, editing.
Yeah, I could only imagine. And I think too, just to go back to what you said, is that the locations came up as you found them. I don't think I've heard that before. It's kind of like adventure in filmmaking. So I kind of love that. Yeah. I mean, with documentaries, maybe sometimes if I know I've interviewed a filmmaker during, I think, Sundance, or maybe before that, who was interviewing like kind of a surfer in his like kind of spiritual journey, right? So you don't know what's going to happen and where that'll lead to. But this is, somewhat different. So I don't know. I like that kind of idea of like, let's see what happens. But yeah, in the edit, it's going to be kind of crazy. So it's a trade-off. One is very free, and then the other has to be even, more refined, right?
No, I think the script and the movie itself were living, breathing organisms. And I think that's part of the beauty of what this film is it feels incredibly organic, and it feels full of kind of life and love. And that's because we had an amazing crew with us, that everybody was super invested. We lived together for about a month. I mean, we all quarantined in this little bubble on a ranch in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And we would wake up every day and kind of go, okay, well, what's our plan today? What do we see? Where are we going? And then at the end of the night, we would like regroup and we check in with each other. Like, there are so many elements of this film that have little bits and pieces from every single person in the crew. And literally almost every single person in our crew is actually in the film. Yeah. I think like that was part of the fun of making this and really going on the road trip and really finding those places. It was this incredibly kind of like organic, real experience that I don't know if we'll get to do again as filmmakers. I think this was kind of like a moment in time, which I'm very grateful for. But I don't know if I want to make a movie like this ever again.
Well, it definitely sounds like it was an adventure, but a good one. And I think that you guys must have a lot of both tolerance and diplomacy, right, between each other and within the group that you had, and so much more. So I think that's really commendable, and probably is providing you like a foundation that you aren't even aware of for strength, and so much more that will come, right, in the years and the decades ahead. So tell me about when you found out that, hey, this is going to be in a film festival and a kind of mega one after all that, right? You're in an Airbnb one day, like over, your head with like too much footage for, during the edit. And then boop, now we're in this film festival. How'd that kind of come about? Did you guys know? It doesn't sound like you're the type that plans in advance that we're going to send out to all these festivals, right? So tell me the story about how this got into the festival.
Yeah, we did do the plan. Like we asked
You
people.
did do a plan on this one. Okay.
Yes, of course.
We charted out our top festivals.
Yeah, we charted out our top festivals. We don't have connections at festivals yet. We're starting to build them, and it's an amazing experience to meet all the programmers and just hear the feedback. But no, we just charted out the top festivals, and we're like, all right, we're gonna go we'll submit to these ones first. If we don't get into any of these, we'll go down.
Santa Barbara came out of nowhere, though. I think we were all very caught off guard when we got the official selection. We were like, whoa. We were
doing I got a fellowship for Lali for Netflix for a short film, and we were in like maybe 2 days before going to shoot that, and then I just for some reason opened up the Film Freeway. We were in a meeting, and I just was like, let me open up Film Freeway, and it said congratulations, and then I go to the email that we hadn't checked in forever, the Place in the Field email, and I was like, oh, they emailed us like last week, oh my gosh, and so it was astounding. And then looking at the festival and who was going to be there, and like the lineup, the level of the status was, I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That's just so great. So now what's going to be next for you guys, besides more planning?
Yeah.
Well, we have one more screening. We were fortunate enough that the audiences responded to it really well at Santa Barbara,
so
and they gave us an extra screening. So we have one more screening tomorrow.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's been doing really well, and we're super humbled and excited by that people have really resonated.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's been amazing. And then I think we have more festivals, right?
We're talking. We've been talking to Tribeca, and we're just talking to other festivals. So now it's kind of like getting it out there, and then finding distribution, which we're also talking to people about. And then
not thinking about the next project just yet.
Oh no, we're on the next. Yeah, we're past the next project.
I'm in post for. It's called Mancha. We wrote it together, and it's a horror film about the Latin women in my family. It's a short, and it's funded by Netflix, and it'll be premiering at the Lali Festival, the Los Angeles Latino International Festival at the Chinese.
Congrats!
Yeah, thank you.
Super wonderful.
I'm so excited.
You guys are doing your thing, huh? I mean, and you just got out of school, like. I mean, really.
I just got out of school like in November.
Yeah,
I was like, what is happening?
She's crushing it right now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in like 5 years or whatever. Don't forget us, Nicole. Don't be like, I'm at the Oscars. I can't talk to you now.
No, of course. I'll be there.
So how can we follow all the wonderful adventures of you guys, and like when you get your Oscar and all that other stuff? Like, direct site or best via social, or what do you guys want to offer?
Yeah, Instagram. So right now our Instagram is a Place in the Field, and my personal one is Nikki.Mejia. But we are going to consolidate our Place in the Field one to our production company, which is We Have Fun.
We Have Fun.
Which is, yes, we should say it like that, because as you said before,
we have fun.
Being a couple, when we get into arguments, we just stop and we look at each other and we say, we have fun.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Okay, I think that should be like a tip that you put out for no matter whether in a relationship or not with, your co-producer or whatever, is, just to kind of always bring it back to that kind of center where there's a mutual respect, right? And to keep it light.
Yeah,
I love that.
Fortunate to be here, and like it's a miracle that we get to do this every day. It's so awesome. Like never imagined to be here. So yeah, you have to appreciate it,
Very nice. Before I let you go, any major inspirations?
For the film or currently in our lives?
Either.
For the film, I mean, the Rain People by Coppola was definitely an inspiration when I was looking at it. They actually took a road trip and did the exact same thing. And then Easy Rider was a big influence for the film when I was looking at stuff.
I could sense that. Yeah. And for you, Nicole?
For me, it was Lynn Ramsey and Chloe Zhao. They're amazing female filmmakers, and they're just going out and doing the thing, and not letting anyone stop them. So I was like, oh, well, what do they say? If it's to be, it's up to me. So we just do that.
Great. That is just great. Well, you guys, I want to thank you so much for taking the time. Congrats and continued success. And I can't wait to see, you know, what's going to be up next. If this is just only the beginning, like, whoa.
This is the beginning.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you so much.
sweet.
Yeah.
My absolute pleasure.
You're wonderful.
You guys, I hope that you have enjoyed watching this interview with these like two fab creatives. We love it. You know, it's just always a great pleasure to be able to bring new talent to the forefront. And I hope that you guys are like taking notes and supporting, because that's what it's all about. Yeah. So, you know, I will be bringing you even more interviews right here during the Inside series. This is Laura and deLisa Coleman for Filmio, and thank you for watching.